The high-resolution camera world is about to be set on fire. For the last few years, landscape, studio, and commercial photographers have been caught in a stalemate. You either chose the reliable Nikon Z7 II, the powerhouse C8, or you jumped ship to Sony's A7R series for those extra megapixels. But right now, in early 2026, the silence from Nikon's headquarters is finally breaking. And what's emerging isn't just an update, it's a weapon. The Nikon Z7 Mark III has been the ghost of the camera industry, but the latest leaks, patent filings, and internal supply chain reports tell a story of a camera that doesn't just compete, it conquers. If you are a Nikon shooter holding on to your D850 or your Z7 II, or if you've been eyeing the Canon R5 II, you need to hear this. Because the Nikon Z7 III is coming, and it is carrying a sensor that shouldn't even exist in a full-frame body. Why am I so sure this is the big one? Because Nikon has been playing a very strategic game. They gave us the Z9 and Z8 to dominate the speed category. They gave us the Z6 III to win the hybrid mid-range. But the resolution king has been missing. Until now, our sources indicate that Nikon has been prototyping a sensor that moves past the 60-megapixel barrier, aiming directly for the throat of medium-format cameras. In this video, we are stripping away the rumors and looking at the raw data of the Z7 III. We're talking about a massive jump in resolution, the integration of red digital cinema color science, and a processing engine that makes the previous generation feel like a relic. If you make your living through the lens, what I'm about to tell you will change your gear strategy for the rest of the decade. Let's talk about the headline, the sensor. For a long time, the rumor was a 61-megapixel sensor, essentially a Nikon-optimized version of the Sony A7R V. But the latest intelligence suggests Nikon is going much, much further. We are seeing credible reports of a 90.75-megapixel BSI CMOS sensor. Now, I know what you're thinking. 90 megapixels? The file sizes will be a nightmare. The noise will be uncontrollable. But Nikon has a solution. The Z7 III is rumored to feature cross-pixel super pixel packing. This allows the camera to merge pixels in low-light situations, effectively giving you a 22-megapixel clean mode for high ISO work, while retaining that massive 90-megapixel detail for landscape and studio shots. It's the best of both worlds. Imagine shooting a billboard-sized landscape at sunrise, and then walking into a dark reception and getting cleaner images than a dedicated low-light camera. That is the power of the Z7 III. But a sensor is only as good as the brain behind it. The Z7 III is reportedly skipping the standard iteration and moving to a dual Exp 7 setup or a specialized Exp 8 prototype. This is necessary because processing 90 megapixels at high speeds is a Herculean task. Because of this power, we aren't just getting high resolution, we're getting speed. Leaks suggest 14 frames per second in 14-bit RAW with a mechanical shutter, and up to 20 frames per second electronically. For a high-res camera, that is staggering. Nikon is effectively saying, you no longer have to choose between resolution and performance. Now let's address the elephant in the room, video. Nikon's acquisition of red digital cinema was the shot heard round the world. And the Z7 III is where we are expected to see the first major fruit of that marriage.